viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Whew, we are in another day of this insane heat in the UK. Now, I was getting flagged by my American viewers, as always, in my comment section below because I said that we are currently having a heat wave and it is 30 to like 32 degrees, especially here in Brighton, and I'm down by the seaside, so it's like even hotter. And all y'all Americans were coming in the comments like, he thinks that's hot. The UK people would never survive in America. Babes, do you realize that whenever there's a heat wave, we're not anticipating it? The UK does not get heat. Ireland, where I'm from, does not get heat. Irish boy. These houses, this apartment, is built to keep the heat in because we're always in cold climates. So whenever it gets warm, we have no AC and we're living in places that keep the heat in. So that's why I'm absolutely dying. But if you think to come and drag me, don't. Okay, so Gabbie Hanna has been gone from the internet after doing that little series for a few weeks and causing absolute mayhem on YouTube. Daniel Preda coming for her, Joey Graceffa coming for her, Rosanna Pansino coming for her. Literally everyone was coming. Jesse Smiles made a video that literally exposed Gabbie to the max. Gabbie's series did not seemingly go to plan. It was Gabbie's way of saying that this is my final opinion on a lot of things that have happened on YouTube. And it was basically her way of just stirring up more drama. Because as we're aware, that's what Gabbie thrives off of. And good for you, but just admit it to yourself. But oh boy, did I have the most exciting announcement. So today's video is sponsored by a company that I love. It is a VPN company. Now, this is something, especially as a YouTube content creator and someone who puts my opinions out there, this is the most important thing towards me, is protecting my privacy online. And it really should be yours as well. So today we're sponsored by Atlas VPN. So Atlas VPN encrypts your data and gives you a virtual location. So basically, your privacy is protected and the number one. Open the app on whatever device, choose a location, connect to it, and bam, your privacy is connected and you're in somewhere else without having to buy an expensive plane ticket. I think that's a great deal. I can't reiterate how good of a deal this is. All you have to do is go to atlasv.pn/Adam and you get an incredible lightning deal with 86% off, which is $1.39 per month, and 30-day money-back return if needs be. Now you may be like, Adam, what do you use this service for? I've been using it for a long time because personally, I like knowing that I can put a funny tweet about Jeffree Star up and he doesn't immediately, because we know he can't do it, he's not immediately able to get my location and show up at my front door. Atlas VPN will show Jeffree Star, if needs be, that I'm in California and he'll be like, what? But no, in all seriousness, my favorite thing to use this for, other than privacy, is being able to change the location of all of my devices to America and use the American Netflix, because it is so much better than the Netflix we have here in the UK. And all I have been doing recently is binging shows, and that's only available because of atlasv.pn/Adam, and I myself am using this deal. Finally, we're well aware that every single website we go on, we have a trail online, and there's cookies that build up, and it's just a lot. That's how we see ads, you know, where I'm like, I'm thinking about cookies, then I have an ad, like cookies, actual, and it's like an ad for cookies near me. They're listening, they're tracking, but with Atlas, you know, your data is being protected, that's not gonna happen. And finally, my favorite point is you get the best options for flights, because, you know, whenever you buy flights online, you know, they're tracking, like, whenever you're like, oh, I wanna fly here, like, typing it in online, and they give you the most expensive one, but whenever you have Atlas VPN, that does not happen, and you get the cheapest flights available. So it's just overall phenomenal. I'm so grateful that they're a sponsor for this channel, so yeah, please go check it out. Bye. Mwah! Enjoy! So, Gabbie has been gone from the internet after releasing an episode on Jesse Smiles in which Jesse responded to that with a video full of receipts and evidence which kind of debunked everything Gabbie said. So after that happening with multiple people in a row, Gabbie went silent on social media and had posted something on her OnlyFans in which we read out, which was basically a really shitty poem that was talking about, you know, being gone or feeling like you want to be gone. And now Gabbie has returned to YouTube, which... like, it was inevitable, with a video in which it's called Sorry I'm Late. She is sitting in a bathtub and she is singing a song, because all of this is to promote an upcoming album. Yes, an upcoming album that she has. Who could have seen this one coming? Not me. So basically this entire thing was just promoting her music, and this video is her just singing and is about the music. But the description, she has released a whole ass story in which she talks, likes, dislikes, and comments are off in this, by the way, which is very interesting. So this is her coming back after not addressing Jessie Smiles calling her out again. So it's been speculated, is she going to continue the series? Is she not? So this is Gabbie addressing that. So let's just read it out. I felt my mental health being compromised, so I took a step back to be a person, touch some grass, pet my cats, see my friends, write some music, paint, mostly. I knew coming into this that it would be difficult, but I wasn't able to handle it the way I thought I was. So all the backlash, basically her thinking she can call other people out with lies and they won't retaliate against her. Right. This series is and has always been about healing. So if it gets to a place where I'm no longer serving that purpose, I'm not going to push myself in a direction that's hurting me more than it's helping. What about other people? Right? Like, what about the other people? Okay, anyway. This series is not about drama. Okay, y'all, it's not about drama. Even though every video she's done has been like a drama title and drama thumbnail and drama channel S. It's about my life and processing trauma. Or bringing up other people's trauma. She didn't say that, but I'll add that in. Unfortunately, a lot of that does is involve people who consistently wrap me up in drama. Trust me, I hate it too. Even though you do it every 6 months. This series is simply a documentation of a life not many people experience or see. It was also meant to be a commentary on the constant targeted harassment and exploitation of women in media. Not you trying to make this about like a woman issue. No, this is a Gabbie Hanna issue. It's meant to serve as a tool in shedding light on the very trivialized and misunderstood mental disability, here it is everyone, ADHD. In starting this series, I was also starting treatment. As I was editing, I was able to look back on the situations I was describing and recognize how my lack of understanding and treatment exacerbated otherwise, these situations. I began medicating shortly after I finished filming and it changed my life. I spent so much of my life feeling like an alien on Earth, not understanding why I felt so differently than other people, because she's so quirky. Wondering why things felt earth-shattering to me and they felt insignificant to the rest of the world. If someone had sat me down and explained to me that I don't process the world the same as other people because my brain didn't develop like most other people's, I would have spent a lot less time wanting to... And then she has just censored a bunch of words, like wanting to, and then beep, 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 but she has censored them, so... what could that be? What could she be anticipating, like... It's very interesting because everything she's saying here is almost as if, she did the series and she was correct in everything she was doing and, she was doing a peaceful release to YouTube and she was just talking, about experiences that happened to her, but, some of them were negative. No, she was targeting, harassing other people, which she's done for a long time, and then it didn't go her way. And keep in mind, and then she, was saying that that's happening to her. Keep in mind, Gabbie started this series and said that it doesn't matter what other people's responses to the series are because this is just a release for her. Even though now we're seeing that, the backlash of the series, which she said didn't matter because she knew it was going to happen, it matters a lot to her. You can hear the birds. It's the Gabbie Hanna fans fucking flying around trying to take me down. It'll never work. This is a topic that is very dear and important to me. Men and women experience ADHD differently. The age at which you recognize and get treatment makes you experience ADHD differently. The type of ADHD, this is exactly what is written down. Anyway, makes you experience, sorry. This type of ADHD makes you experience ADHD differently. Comorbidity, I don't fucking even know what this word means. Comorbidity, whatever the fuck that word means, past trauma basically, makes you experience ADHD differently. The way you were raised makes you experience ADHD differently. The level of severity makes you experience ADHD differently. To say someone's disability doesn't affect them in a certain way because it doesn't affect you is incredibly ableist. Which is funny because Gabbie was getting exposed for being ableist like 2 months ago because she was making fun of people who needed to use tone indicators and making fun of them directly herself. So it's like she does something, gets called out for it, then everyone has done it to her. right? And we're seeing it now with people being ableist. She got called out for it, but no, she was never it. It was actually people being ableist to her. See, this is what you're not understanding. It was people being ableist towards her. Anyway, it goes on. A lot of people with opinions on my series haven't even watched it. Trust me, we've unfortunately watched it, Gabbie. They watched videos talking about me without asking the time to listen to me. It sucks, but it's life. This series is my art. It's meant to be consumed in its entirety, not in bits and pieces. Well, bitch, we can't get through most of it because it's so boring or awful. Anyway, I created it so I could stop obsessing, and for all intents and purposes, it worked. Did it? Did it? Gabbie, did it? If it did, I'm happy for you, but I don't believe it did. Because you said that you were going to do this series and then just go away. You said that it didn't matter how people responded to what you had to say because it was your truth. But when people started disagreeing and calling the truth out from what you said the truth was, you continued obsessing over it. But you said now that you didn't obsess over it. Okay. It worked. I feel myself healing and moving on. God, if this is healing. I want to tell my side and never speak of it again. I can bet you now she's going to speak of it again. And I failed at the beginning by engaging online. Surprise! I'm impulsive and defensive. I'm also a human. I find myself wanting to explain myself again and wanting to combat every new lie. Then I took a step back into the birds. The little Gabbie Hanna animators will not shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, they're trying to stop me filming. Gabbie sent them. She sent them all the way here. I find myself wanting to explain and combat every new lie. Then I took a step back into the real world where I'm a pretty happy and chill person. Online, I'm a version of me that I really can't stand. Here's the important part. From here on out, I'm offline entirely. I really hope you enjoy the rest of the series, so it is coming, unfortunately. I put a lot of time and energy into it. It helped me find myself as a person and an artist and pushed me to places I was scared to go creatively. You know, Gabbie puts a couple like text slides on the screen and maybe some music in the background, and that's pushing her creatively. Good for you. I'm very excited to share that with you. So it's important to note that she says on here that from here on out, I am offline entirely. Do I believe it? No. Because Gabbie Hanna is the narcissist that she calls everyone else, and she's going to be back online posting things so that people can give her approval or disapproval so she can get a reaction to something she puts out there, because that's what people like her want. And I don't know why she doesn't just want to address that. You know, she'll say that she's not that, but I am, or you are, or Angelica Oles is, or Spillsesh is, or Shane Dawson is, or Jeffree Star is. You know, everyone else is what she is, but not her. So this is, it's like, Gabbie, great. You tried to ruin people's lives with your series. It didn't go the way you thought it was. Now you're going offline and the series will continue being up because you know that you've probably done more things in the series that you can get called out for, that which we can anticipate to talk about. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's complete bullshit. She knows what she's done. She knows that she's messed up. She knows that she's ruined her reputation. And it's like, at the end of the day, who did that? No one had to make this series. No one had to create lies about all of these people that were so, like, easily disproved. Like, it wasn't even like she did a series that there was, like, a conflict of opinion. Like, people were literally able to come forward, other creators who do not get involved in drama, and be like, she's lying, here's the proof. She's lying, here's a video of her being a bitch. She's lying, here's my text messages. She's lying, here's a voice memo from her talking about it, which she conveniently left out of her narrative. Gabbie, I hope you do get offline, and I hope it benefits you greatly. Good for you. But I don't believe you are going to, because you're obsessed with online. Anyways, I want to know what your opinion is. Lord have mercy. Okay, bye.